Mike, you have the floor. Let's tell us about a little something about District Attorney Ray Tierney.
All right, Ray Tierney is a veteran prosecutor. He's 57 years old, and he graduated from St. John's University Law School in Queens back in 1992. So that's 32 years ago. He's been a state and federal prosecutor for 29 years. He started out in Suffolk County back in 1992 after he graduated law school. He did that for about 7 years. Then he worked in a local law firm in Suffolk County. He went back to the DA's office from 2002 to 2008. And then he went over and started working with the feds in the District Court for the Eastern District of New York, which covers Brooklyn, Queens, and Long Island, doing criminal cases there. And that's how he met Police Chief Harrison. That's how they became acquainted with each other, investigating cases for the Eastern District and for Brooklyn.
You know, Mike, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but one of the most important things about Ray Tierney regarding Gilgo Beach investigation is that he and Rodney Harrison got together in January 2022, put their heads together and established the Gilgo Beach Task Force. Since that date, things started to happen. They shook the tree and coconuts fell out of that tree, and coconuts of evidence, coconuts of the biggest coconut, Rex Heuermann. I'm just using this metaphorically, but their wisdom and their experience put their heads together in New York City style, because Ray Tierney is a former Brooklyn district attorney. Mm-hmm. That's where he cut his teeth. And Rodney Harrison, of course, went up through the ranks of the NYPD, ended up as the chief of the department. Two guys put together a task force. 2 months later, they had the Gilgo Beach serial killer, alleged serial killer, identified as Rex Heuermann.
Oh yeah, Ray Tierney is a no-nonsense, tough-talking, very serious attorney. And as you just mentioned, as the Suffolk County DA back in 2022, when he put that task force, when he got elected, and he put the task force together within like a month, they had the task force up and running with Chief Harrison. They're serious. They got this thing. They mainlined this. This became priority one. And like you say, within like a month, they had a prime suspect, and everything has flown from that. He's a Long Island boy, born and bred with his family, living there his whole life. So he's an excellent person. He is not somebody who's just like going to be administrator for other attorneys below him. He's taken the bull by the horns, and he loves the courtroom. He loves the trial. He loves putting together complex investigations. This is what he has done in Suffolk County. This is what he's done in Brooklyn as a state DA, Brooklyn DA, and also as a DA in the Eastern District, a federal district attorney in the Eastern District of New York. He is absolutely serious. He's excellent. He's well respected by the people around him. He is organized, and he's no nonsense. He is absolutely no nonsense. You can see he's very careful, but he's all business. He's not out there with press conferences for just FaceTime. He's there to give you information and move on. And so he's probably the best person out there to run this case. And so I think the people in the state of New York and Suffolk County are really, really fortunate to have him as the head DA on this case, without a doubt.
Something, Mad About Maya from the chat. It's infuriating to know that this case could have been solved in just 1 month after all these years. Shame on Burke. Well, something, it was a conglomeration of many things. It wasn't just that they had all the right people in place, as yes, they did, but they also had 10 or 11 years of evidence collected and of, work on this case, mm-hmm. Not all of it positive, but much of it positive. And because they've had such competence and they put together this task force of many, many people under, you guys keep referring to Chief James Burke. Yeah. The case was a mess under him. He had one guy assigned to the case and not even full time. I want to play a little bit of Ray Tierney's most recent press conference. This is when this 37-page bail application came out, which they actually listed as almost a how-to how to not get caught in the eyes of a serial killer.
The indictment has just been filed. This is a case, court proceeding, and each and every one of these allegations previously charged murders of Maureen Brainerd Barnes, Melissa Barthelemy, Megan Waterman, and Amber Costello, which occurred in 1997, 1999, June of 2010, and September of 2010, respectively. So my intention now here today is to discuss those charges, discuss the contents of the bail letter, and then turn it all over to you all for questions.